Hey, what's up guys, Bloodsplat here, and today I've got a 3v3 arena match for you guys playing as God Comp, or otherwise known as Shadowplay, which is Frost Mage, Shadow Priest, and Restoration Druid, and we were going up against an RMP, which is Subtlety Rogue, Frost Mage, and Holy Priest. And I thought this match would be a really good example to show you guys and kind of go over. I've done this on my channel before where I basically watch a match over with you guys and go over exactly what we were thinking as the match is playing, go step by step, and talk about exactly what our thought process was, what strategies we were using, and what kind of what we were doing to allow us to end up getting that kill. And I thought this match would be a really good example because we totally destroyed this RMP, sorry. And RMP, if played right, and definitely they did know how to play the comp, but we still like destroyed them. I think like it wasn't that hard at all. They didn't really force much CDs. If played right, the comp RMP, it definitely has some of the most pressure of comps in the whole entire game. So this game was played at around 2200 MMR, maybe a bit more, and we managed to just completely destroy them. They don't really get any cooldowns off us. It was a long match, but it wasn't that stressful. And I thought this would be a really good example because me and my God Comp play really well against RMPs, and this is just a good example to show you guys. So I'm going to go over this match, explain exactly what's going on, and hopefully you can find this helpful, kind of use it as a guide for God Comp, or any comp really against RMP. And I hope you guys can see this as a guide in a different type of format and understand exactly what's going on in the match, and you know, transpire that over to you when you're playing 3v3 arena. So I hope you guys enjoy. Other than that, let's get right into the arena. Alright, so here we go in Blades Edge Arena, as you guys can see, versing that RMP I told you guys about. And what we're going to try to do at the start is just try to stop as much pressure as we can. They're pretty much guaranteed a really good opener since they're RMP and they're both stealth and they have a lot of pressure. And they're probably going to force some defensive cooldowns, but we're going to try make them force as low defensive cooldowns as they can. As you can see, I get caught out in a really bad spot here. I shouldn't have been out in the open with no invis. I'm just going to instantly blink back and try to, you know, get in line of sight, but I'm just going to have to block here since my druid got deeped and he got caught in some CC. But that's alright because all we really used there was block, and now we're going to try counter pressure. So as you guys can see, we're on the rogue here, and we managed to force both his cloak and his trinket, which is huge. He didn't really need to use both cloak and trinket. He probably could have gotten away with just using trinket or just cloak, but we managed to get both, and that's really good because next time we get a really good setup on him with deep orb and just like one good CC on the priest, it's pretty much a guaranteed kill. So right now we're just trying to counter pressure as much as possible since we know that they're really wanting to try get that reopen. They really want to try for some more defensive CDs from us. As you can see, the rogue reopens again, and I'm just going to go right back to my druid shroom. It's fully stacked now, so we have the shroom that can help us as well, and my druid is still doing really good on mana, so that's really good. I get feared here. I'm just gonna touch this mage a bit and try to CC him, get a full poly on him, just spamming poly on that mage, just trying to stop as much pressure as possible. We try to get a poly onto the priest here, but he's just gonna go back, and the rogue is gonna try to get a re, but I'm gonna try to stop him. I have a dot on him. My druid did not manage to get fairy fire just yet on him, but that's alright because I have a living bomb on him, and I'm just gonna go by and renew that. So he's just gonna run at me. He's not gonna manage to get that re. He's just running towards me, and they're not getting much pressure. I'm just gonna root him and gonna deep freeze him and go kind of hard on him. Got orb and deep up, and we managed to force cloak again with that full fear onto the priest. Just gonna come back to my druid here, blinking back up, and since my druid gets caught in a full blind, I'm just gonna go ahead and block there. I probably was dead if I didn't block, and since my druid got caught into a polymorph out of that, now I'm gonna try just kind of play defensive. You can see that they're trying to go back and get that re-stealth, just trying to get that reopen, and I'm gonna try to stop them as much as possible. You can see me spamming that arcane explosion, trying to get that rogue out. The rogue is back there. He's gonna get that re-stealth but that's alright because I'm prepared to stop him. I'm just spamming as much AoE as possible. As you can see, I get the rogue out, and he's just chasing me. He doesn't get that stun opener that he would like. Just gonna instantly blink back, get that dot on him, and his only choice is to run directly at me. I'm gonna instantly root him. I'm gonna polymorph the priest full, and I'm just gonna leave that rogue to sit there with that full root. So gonna get that renew on the living bomb onto the rogue and kind of go hard on him here. you know, just we don't have much CC on the priest right now, but I'm just gonna go ahead and CS. And just with that CS and orb, we managed to get cloak once again and trinket at the same time, which is really good for us. He really shouldn't be cloaking and trinketing at the same time, but that's really good that we're able to force both of those cooldowns at the same time. We're gonna just touch the mage a bit since the rogue is down below, and also the priest. The mage is completely alone. Just gonna go in that mage, and we managed to actually force the mage block quite easily without using much offensive CDs, just because they were so far. He was so far from the rest of his team. And now we're in a pretty good spot because as you can see, my cold snap just got up, so now I have another block, and we have the opportunity to either go onto the rogue or the mage, because both of them, the mage only has one block, and I believe the rogue still does not have cloak or trinket. So just gonna blink right back up just because they're trying to open again. I'm on my druid shroom, I'm in my druid's line, so we're doing pretty good. He gets a ring down, but he doesn't manage to catch anyone. I'm gonna deep freeze the rogue and just kind of counter pressure as much as possible. CS the mage, you can see that they're trying to run away, but I get a polymorph onto the rogue, and I'm gonna try to go hard on this rogue over here. Not much CC on the priest, but we still managed to get cloak. As you can see, not hard to get this cloak from this rogue at all, as you can clearly see. And that's just allowing us to, when we can finally get a perfect setup on him, easily get that kill. And we get really close a few times, but the priest also still has his trinket, and he still has guardian, so we're gonna be trying to force those cooldowns. As you can see, the rogue gets really low here, and I do believe we managed to force guardian from the priest. As you can see, we still have the priest trinket to worry about, but that's pretty much about it. So that's all we're trying to get here. Just trying to counter pressure as much as possible, not allow them to get those restalls and reopens that they really want. As you can see, the mage is alone, just touching the mage a bit. He's just gonna run back right to his healer, gonna root him. And we do manage to get his second block there, so the mage has nothing, and the rogue just got his trinket up, and he might have cloak, but they're definitely in a screwed position here, considering the priest has no guardian, and all we have to do is force his disperse. Going on the mage a bit, and the rogue comes in, I'm just gonna instantly stop and polymorph him. Try to get a polymorph from the priest here. I do get kicked. Casting on the mage just because he's so far pushed in, and we almost killed the mage here, as you can see. He gets really close, but he's just gonna blink right back to his healer. He gets really close, but he does get a life swap right before the priest gets cloned there. If the clone was just a 0.2 earlier, that was a really good job by my druid, but if it was just a 0.2 earlier, we might have gotten the kill on the mage there, but that's okay, because we can just instantly swap on this rogue here, just because, you know, this is how we play God Comp. This is how you play God Comp, especially versus RMP. You just do these hard swaps, and, you know, putting the healer on edge all the time under pressure. Get a double fear here, my priest get a double fear onto the priest and to the rogue. I'm gonna deep the mage, just touching the mage, you get a bit, but I do get locked on frost here. We're mainly aiming for that swap onto the rogue. That's why we're just kind of training this mage a bit. As you can see, I do put some cooldowns onto the mage, just trying to make it seem like we're going onto the mage, but we will end up going onto that rogue and trying to force the kill on him. They put down a ring, but I'm just gonna root him, and my priest gets a full fear, and I put a ring over their ring, and we pretty much get a triple ring there. So we have the opportunity to set up out of this and get a pretty good setup. I don't have orb up, but that's okay because we can easily deep freeze and still have a lot of damage. The rogue is still really low. I do get full plied, but it just breaks. And the rogue gets crit for quite a considerable amount with DP there from my priest. And he goes down, as you can see. I did say that this was quite an easy game for us. I do believe it was quite an easy game, because even though they forced defensive CDs, they should be. They're RMP. If they don't force any defensive CDs, then they're playing the comp completely wrong. And overall, it was easy for us to stop any pressure that they were trying to put out after the game went on for a bit. But other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this match. I hope you guys, found it a bit helpful and kind of understood exactly what was going on. As the game went on. I know it's kind of fast at times, but rewatch it. It's a YouTube video, so you can pause at certain moments and just rewatch a certain part. So I definitely advise you guys to do that if you need more extra help. If you guys did find this helpful, or you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave it a like, a comment down below, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.